Alright, try this again. So this is probably the end of episode 3. It's about, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and got to be at work early in the morning. And completely skunked on these Berkeley power worms. And to be completely honest, other than that 1 pound perchie that I caught the other day, I think Berkeley power worms suck. But the ironic part is I think that Berkeley actually makes Gulp Alive, which is actually a fantastic product. So anyways, that's neither here nor there. The thing is, see, I could have went and bought a dozen real worms and came down here and probably caught a bass or some perch. But you get the sunfish and the little gobies, and they eat all your worms. And you might catch, like the other day, I caught a 3 pound largemouth, and it cost me 2 dozen worms, which was like, whatever, $6, which is a small price to pay for a 3 pound largemouth. But at the same time, I'll show you how nice the harbor looks while we're talking here. Anyways, and it's a pain in the butt because, you're just getting ripped off by these little sunfish and silver bass and gobies or whatever. But if you have small children with you fishing, it's awesome because there's lots of action. And when you take small children fishing, they don't want to sit around waiting for 2 hours for the big one. They will be perfectly happy with a tiny, tiny little sunfish, especially if it's their first one. They'll be ecstatic. And so if you bring real worms down to a place like this, you're going to have great action and the kids are going to be entertained. And they'll really enjoy fishing. Whereas if you bring them and they don't catch anything, they're just going to think fishing is boring. So they're never going to want to go fishing. So it's probably better off to start off with real worms in a situation like this. And that's why when I take kids fishing, I like to use bobbers as much as possible, so there's less chance of getting snags, and also weedless rigs, weedless hooks, as much as possible. And it's just a little bit easier for the kids. They don't get tangled up all the time. They're not all frustrated. And to tell you the truth, if the fish are hungry, if the bass are hungry, doesn't matter what you can put out there, they're going to eat it. So anyways, but it's getting pretty dark, and doesn't look like I'm going to catch anything on these Berkeley power worms. So unless something very drastic happens and I happen to catch a monster between now and the time I decide to leave, this is probably the end of episode 3. But anyway, just take a look how gorgeous this is. It's super quiet and peaceful, and just beautiful way to spend the night. And what the hey, it's been a good time even if I did get skunked. And thanks to our sponsors tonight, Jack Daniels, and I forget the other one. Anyways, so maybe episode 4 won't be coming tomorrow morning. Got a lot of things to do tomorrow. Maybe the next day in the morning, or maybe tomorrow evening. We'll see. Anyways, check it out. What a beautiful place. And it's hardly even stinky tonight. So, cheerio and happy dreams.